Hey everybody, it's your boy, Eduardo Jackson, CEO, founder of Cinema Draft, and the owner of blacksinbitcoin.com, where everybody's welcome, but I stay black and love in Bitcoin. Today, we're going to be talking about what's in the Bitcoin news. We're going to do our altcoin of the week, which is the highly controversial BitConnect, and we'll also tackle our ICO Did You Know of the week, which I believe is called Flip. So let's get into it. Bitcoin news. And also, there's an outside chance we may get a gate crasher at the very last minute coming into our space to do a quick interview and also get educated a little bit on some Bitcoin. So let's get into it. So Bitcoin in the news. So actually, this is always an inspiring story when we see our community come together to support one of its own. I'm talking about, actually, let me refresh all these pages. I'm talking about, let me screen share with you guys. Oh, okay. I was going to go to Reddit, but looks like Reddit is down. Wow. Okay. Oh, no, there it is. Now it's back. All right. So we're going to screen share this because this is actually a really heartwarming story. Andreas Antonopoulos, there we go. He's, widely known in the Bitcoin community. He's an evangelist for Bitcoin, largely done it out of pocket, just trying to spread the love. And basically someone, I can't remember how it came about, but someone either criticized his life choices or whatever for getting it, for the way he's been in Bitcoin, and he kind of fessed up to it. It's like, yeah, I wish I had more Bitcoin than I do, and the community rallied. Someone made like a GoFundMe style donation wallet for Andreas, and as one of the leading voices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and one person donated 37 Bitcoin. That's like over $500,000 USD. That's bananas. So the community really loves him. He's a really great dude. And I must admit, when I first started blacksinbitcoin.com back in January 2014, and I had my little coming out party per se, and made a post on r/Bitcoin, basically like, I'm out here, we're here, ask me anything. The response wasn't as pleasant as I would have hoped, but I did get a private email from Andreas where he offered to help, which I thought was very sweet. And like 2 weeks later, he got hired, I believe, by like the Blockchain Foundation or whatever, or by the Bitcoin Foundation or something, and he kind of became inaccessible. But either way, I appreciate the gesture. So good on you for Andreas. I think the donations have now reached over 700,000, possibly even more, because as y'all know, Bitcoin is going parabolic. It is going nutso. Look at this. Well, now it seems like it's cooled down, but this morning, GDAX was where it was at. I mean, it was like a new version of porn for me. I was watching, sell walls and buy, you just fall like nothing. People just buying it up like crazy. Look at this. I'll drag over the chart real quick over here. So this is GDAX right now. And I'm on 1 minute delays. But let's go over, like, say, the last 6 hours. Just look at, I mean, so actually, this is 6 hours. 24. Oh, okay, so it shows you over the last several days. But I mean, so it's climbing, nice little rate of growth. Then boom, last night, overnight, it just went nuts. And look at these buys right here, from 15,000 up to over 17,000, and actually went higher. But Coinbase couldn't handle the traffic today. It couldn't handle it. I remember I was watching an $18,500, I think $18,500 sell wall just get eaten up, and it was like popcorn for me. And then all of a sudden I refreshed and I couldn't get back into the screen. So this is GDAX. GDAX, for those of you who don't know, is the trading arm of Coinbase. So there's like the commercial side, which is where I call Coinbase like the PayPal version of of Bitcoin, where it's like nice and simple, easy way to get people set up and started into Bitcoin. Whereas GDAX is where this is like like the Wall Street type. This is like where the trading and it goes down. This is where those hedgies and people who are really about reading charts and that trading life get down. Look at it. I mean, look at this. A 32 a 31 Bitcoin sell wall just gets eaten up like nothing, like a snack. I mean, and now it's over 16,000. So it's just this is something that's fascinating to watch if you know even just a little bit about trading or technical analysis. I know just the littlest parts of this stuff, but it's all very fascinating to me. Especially when you go, hour by hour, minute by minute, or whatever, you see some really interesting patterns. The red candlesticks are when people are selling. The green ones are when people are buying. These wicks mean something. I'm not exactly sure what. Something about like it indicates demand, like whether demand is up or down, something like that. I'm not very big on the technicals per se. I just know like how to like watch on this left side here these orders, the order books getting eaten up, and and seeing the differences between the prices and seeing where everything's kind of going. I'm not a Bitcoin day trader, and obviously I do not offer technical advice on this podcast, but or financial advice on this podcast, but it is an interesting exercise to know, just to learn a little bit about how these markets work and just to watch them in action, because it's really exciting, especially when Bitcoin is going off on a bull run like this morning. What else? Oh, yes. Somebody get your boy. And by I mean your boy, I mean Jamie Dimon. So Jamie Dimon, notorious Bitcoin, antagonist, hater, thinks it's a Ponzi scheme, uh, thinks that it's going to zero, all sort of stuff. He's just talked tremendous amounts of shit about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. Now has to eat his words. Shut up, Jamie. Yes, yes, you have to eat your words. And I say that only because now it is, now JP Morgan is totally switched up and is now backing Bitcoin as a entirely new asset class. I mean, almost as good as gold. They say it's more volatile than gold, obviously. And this actually is a little portrait of Jamie Dimon with his little silver hair and his arrogant attitude. And now, I mean, literally just 2 weeks ago, maybe even less than 2 weeks ago, he was bad-mouthing Bitcoin, and now JP Morgan is going Gordon Gekko style. Well, what's the line from Wall Street? Get me into a 90-degree angle, just going hard into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as an asset class, as something to buy and hold as a store of wealth. Hey, no, I mean, and look, I've been on this corner. I've been on Bitcoin corner since 2013. I mean, people have been telling me it's a bubble, it's a Ponzi, for well over 4 years now. And it just warms my heart that one of the biggest haters has finally come to see the light. Welcome, Jamie. Welcome. Your money's good here. Our Bitcoin will still rise. Damn straight. All right, and also the Lightning Network. Oh man, you'd think I would have teed up a thunder or a lightning sound, but I do not. But the Lightning Network is finally close to coming online. What is Lightning Network, you may ask? Basically, it's a layer on top of the Bitcoin protocol. Sorry, while I get my tabs together here. Actually, let me just. Wow, once again, Reddit is just having a tremendous amount of traffic. Oh, here we go. Lightning Network is basically a layer of usability laid over the Bitcoin protocol that allows for quote unquote lightning fast payments and transactions. As you know now with Bitcoin, the transactions aren't necessarily instantaneous, especially during times like now where there's so much volume going on in the Bitcoin space that we've got like a backlog of something like, I think I saw something like with 175,000 transaction backlog, which is pretty damn ridiculous. So it could take several hours, if not a day, to get your transaction pushed through if you don't attach a decent fee. And also that's another problem when we have moments of volatility on the main chain. The network slows down, fees rise, and people kind of came to Bitcoin to get away from slow speeds and fees. So basically what they did with this Lightning protocol is basically it's like a side chain, which means that stuff happens off of the main blockchain that gets settled eventually on the main chain. So it's almost like opening up a bar tab. Like, you add stuff to your bar tab, then you settle it, and you leave. And so once those transactions get settled with a la your bar tab, it gets put onto the main chain. So it really is designed to keep things moving a lot faster. It allows for micropayments, instant confirmed transactions, and super low fees, which is what we really need in this space right now. So you can go to this to this Medium post where they kind of explain it. They show a little video, which is all good. A lot of technical stuff, which I am not into, but I do like hearing about this Lightning Network coming through, because hopefully this will help, declutter some of the blockchain and to keep things moving. But right now, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is definitely having a moment. Part of the reason also why I started this podcast. So, keep it going, crypto. Keep it going, Bitcoin. Very nice. I like. All right. Let's go to the coin count. The coin count. So, and actually, I might even name this as the Trevon James Memorial Coin Count. He isn't dead. Trevon James, he's a famous, semi-famous YouTuber, definitely known for his referral marketing and stuff, which I'm not necessarily all about, but I just think he's entertaining as hell. And just to give you an idea what this cat, looks like. Here is. This is his YouTube channel, and he's very goofy. I like it. He's very funny. And so in his honor, using his voice, it's time for the coin count, where I count my coins and you count your coins, and we all get rich together. That's right. So the Trevon James coin count. And so basically all I'm going to do with this coin count, we're just going to check in on some of these cryptocurrencies that we were looking at last week. And also to clear some stuff up, I had to go back into my spreadsheet. My spreadsheet was totally jacked up. I was actually totally off with my calculations. I actually had not appreciated, 100 something plus percent. It was actually more like 36%. So now that I've got my master rate, I got my formulas right in my Excel, still 36% in my coin portfolio of 7 different coins. It's not too bad for, I guess, was it 10 days, 11 days? So I'm very, very, very pleased with that. So now that we've got that settled, we'll move forward with better math and check out how our coins are doing. And also, while I have this opportunity, I also want to share a new site that really got me engaged, called Alt Pocket. It's basically a place where you can manage like your net worth, and as far as all the different coins you're in. And it's not so much like it's not a wallet. It's just a tracking site. And I'll bring it over here now. Now keep in mind, this is just a dummy wallet. This is representative. Maybe look at it like a scale model of my actual investments. This isn't like my real investments in the space, but it's going to give you an idea on Alt Pocket, how it's laid out. Very nice, clean design. It allows you to manually add all your different coins and stuff. It updates your net worth every 24 hours, to the minute. You refresh it, it'll probably be a little bit different or the same. And also you can show like percentage wise, 55% of my holdings are BTC, 17% are Dash. And that's another thing too, with my ROI this week, it actually has gone down only because I injected more money into the system. So we've gone from about 36% down to about 20% because I went a little spending spree the other day. I had to get me some altcoins. I was feeling it. I was moving some money around. So I end up getting. I'm in the Monero game. See this? I'm in Monero. I'm very excited about Monero. I just had to see what it's about. I mean, it was going off on a heater. It was on a big heater, and so I got some Monero. And once again, just representative. This is not my actual cryptocurrency wealth. But as you can see, like I said, on our scale model version of this, our profit has been pretty healthy, considering. And tracks active investments, what you sold, your balances. I mean, it's very neat. It balances by coin. It's just a very neat setup. I hardly endorse it. And I think what's the best part about it too is that when you go to the dashboard, it's constructed as a gamified, socialized feed. So you can actually interact with other people on the site. You can host polls. Look at this poll right here. And where you can basically ask, you can keep your your profile's public or private. Mine's public for now. And what's cool is that you can ask people questions on the poll. People will vote on it. What you think about different coins. You know, I asked a question earlier. I'm not sure if it's up there. It's probably not up there. I asked a question earlier, basically about what's going on with Dash, because ever since I got into Dash, or ever since I increased my holdings in Dash, Dash has gone down. And so, you know, the community, you know, basically speculated and helped me out with some theories. So I appreciate that. So yeah, so it's just a really cool site. I enjoy you know, looking at it from time to time, and because the visual representation of your holdings, I think is very motivating and very fun. And unlike an Exodus wallet, if they hack this, they're not going to steal your money. It's all just reporting. Okay, so the coin count. I count my coins. You get your coins. All right. So first one obviously is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is definitely doing its thing. It's had a really crazy morning where on some exchanges is like Coinbase has gone up as high as damn near 19,000, and now it seems like it's kind of chilling. Now this is an aggregate of all the different exchanges, but let's dig a little bit deeper real quick into this price, because what's happening is that we're seeing a lot, like a ton of traffic and volume from Asia. See, so this is sorted by volume. BitHum, if you click on it, is actually a South Korean exchange, and I've been hearing, rumblings that that Korea was going crazy over Bitcoin over the last, day or whatever. Look at it, it's trading at 19,000, almost a $3,000 premium over in South Korea. Something's going on in South Korea. Like they need to get their hands on some Bitcoin, and they need to get their hands on Bitcoin right now. So a lot of this volume has been pushed by BitHum over in South Korea, and BitConnect. Interesting, BitConnect. I haven't messed with BitConnect, but they're going nuts on it too. But see, that's why the price is only around 16,000 collectively, because on one end of the spectrum you've got South Koreans buying it at a premium, and then on the other end of the spectrum, with the highest amount of volume, you've got BitConnect selling it at a discount. So that brings the average to about 16,300, and actually, let's look at the chart. So that's what we did last week, right? Look at the 7-day, 65% spike in the last 7 days, last week. That is nutso. It's nuts. Yeah, look at this 1 week chart, 7-day chart. Yeah, so almost about the time when we recorded last time, it's gone from just under 10,000, a coin, to over 16,000 Bitcoin. It's the honey badger. All right, so what else do we own as I slide across my portfolio? Ripple, XRP. That has actually fallen on some hard times. Not too hard. I mean, but it's down though. It's down 5%. Oh, and also we like I said, week to week, we have actually dropped from 32% total ROI to date down to 20.5% total ROI to date. But a lot of that has to do with, as I mentioned, injecting more money into my portfolio. But one of the ones that's taken a hit, and especially today, has been Ripple. Ripple is down 3% on the day. Looks like over the past 7 days, 7-day chart. Yeah, that's not good. It was up here as high as 25 cents per Ripple, and now it's down to 23 cents, 22-ish cents per se. I mean, I've seen it go even lower, recently, like the last, day and a half. But it's Ripple. Ripple's going to be fine because banks use Ripple to settle quickly and securely a lot of interbank daily transactions, like, banks lending money to each other. So I think long-term Ripple will be fine. I'm not worried about Ripple. Next coin is Dash. Now, Dash, I am concerned. Now, the reason why I say I'm concerned is because I love Dash. I love the way they've laid everything out. I love what it stands for, what it's about. It's a privacy coin. They're making an update to the wallet software that should make it a hell of a lot more user-friendly. And it's down, and it's down a bunch. I don't know why. Check out the 7-day. The 7-day start off at $759, $759. And I think I bought more Dash at oh God, yeah, at 766. So I bought it even higher, and now it's down to 680. That's that just sucks. But I mean, once again, there's another case where I believe long term in its usability, and the update that they're having this month with the software. So we're just gonna have to hodl. We have to hodl through it. And also Litecoin, the LTC, which is often been called the crypto silver to Bitcoin's crypto gold. And this one is down slightly. It's something we can live with day to day, or since we last checked it on Litecoin, it's actually down. Just it's actually up. It was at 83.59, and it had a spike, and then kind of evened out at 98.61. It was actually trading over 100, and like a dummy, I got in at 102. I got more Litecoin at 102, and of course it's down to about 98. But still, it's another buy and hold. People like Litecoin because it's fast. It does things that Bitcoin can't right now. But I don't see it being traded. I don't see it being exchanged for goods nearly as much as Bitcoin is, even despite its speed advantage. Next coin, Ethereum. ETH. Let's check out that ETH. Now, this is another one that's also, had some corrections recently. Hell, we saw ETH. Hold on, let's go. Let's get there. There we go. Ethereum, that ETH. Now it seems like it's getting a hold of itself. Up almost 2% on the day, but it had some swings. Check out this 7-day. It had some swings. So when we last left ETH, it was about 436. It's got up as high as 472. And then now it's kind of settling in around 440. And of course, like a dummy, I got me some more ETH at damn near the top at 468. And now it's down like 440. But that's good though, because this morning when I was recording my entries into my portfolio, it was down as low as 421. So I'm glad to see we're heading in the right direction. And ETH is just a long-term play because everyone's using Ethereum, the Ethereum protocol, to make their own cryptocurrencies and tokens and ICOs. So I'm not going anywhere on ETH. ETH will be fine. ETH's gonna ETH. All right, now BAT, the basic attention token. Now this one, I believe kind of long term in its usability, but I'm kind of questioning whether I'll really need to have it in my portfolio. It's down the 7-day. It's down a little. We got it at, or we last checked in on it at 15 cents each, and now it is. Oh no, actually went up. My bad, it went up to 17 cents each. So that's not bad, but it was as high as 21 cents each. And of course, my dumbass, that's where I got more BAT. So it's down for me, up overall. And my original investment in BAT was at 16 cents per coin. So, either way, we're still doing fine. We're still winning. Our next, hold on, there we go. Our next coin. Now, this is my new coin. This is Monero. I finally gave in. I gave into the pressure because Monero has just been on fire. And let's do a quick deep dive, if that's possible, into Monero. Just look at this chart for, like, say, the last 3 months, because it has gone just parabolic. So the line we want to look at is the green line. That's the USD price. And that started off at, was it 121 3 months ago? And it's cruising along, and then all of a sudden it just gets religion. It finds, bit Jesus, and it's got up as high as, was it 500, 300, 302. Now we're okay on this because I actually end up buying my first Monero at 221.78. So we're still winning. Even though it's down to 279, we're still winning. We like where we're at. I just thought it'd get us, a few more gains than it has. But people really seem to like Monero. If you look at it in the list, it is 9th in market cap, $4 billion in market cap right here. So people love Monero. I mean, it's a privacy coin. It kind of does what Dash does, although I think Dash has better publicity and better marketing. So that's why I definitely I fucks with Dash. But for now, Monero's cool, and we're going to hold some. We're going to hodl some. And my last coin, I won't say I'm concerned about because I believe in the business and the business model. I just don't know what the hell's going on with it. It's storage. Storage has seen some runs, and once again, like a dummy, I bought more storage, too late. Let's look at this chart, 7-day chart for storage. So 7-day, on the green line looks pretty good generally because it was trading at 62 cents. Is that 7 days? That can't be 7. Is that 7 days? That was 7 days. So it's trading at 62. I originally got in on it at 70 cents, and then I bought more at $1.12. So I got took. See how it spiked here around the 5th? That was me. That was me getting in there, and now it's down to 93 cents, 94 cents. I feel like a sucker, but like I said, storage I believe in because it is a decentralized version of Dropbox. It has lots and lots of users. The technical team is sound, and it's a Morehouse guy, and I went to Morehouse, so I guess got a back home team. All right. Okay, so now our altcoin of the week. Now it's now what is an altcoin? First of all, it's any cryptocurrency, not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the originator, and the rest are imitators. But there are still significant gains that can be realized if you dabble in just the right altcoins. So let's explore an altcoin I am definitely messing with, a very controversial altcoin, and it is the one that's called BitConnect. All right, so we're going to do a screen share here and go to the BitConnect platform. So basically, actually start here. Oh, this thing. Okay, there we go. So BitConnect is both a lending, a lending business or platform, and also they have their own coin. Their own coin actually is performing really well overall. Let's check out their cryptocurrency for BitConnect. Its symbol is BCC. It's currently the 16th ranked on CoinMarketCap at 1.3 billion. Or to get a different view, we have Brave New Coin, which is a little bit less political than CoinMarketCap. And Brave New Coin has BitConnect at, where'd it go? Well, that's not that far down. Where'd you go, BCC? I thought I saw it. There's Dash, there's Zec. There it is. Oh, wow. It's pretty far down there. But all right, either way, it has it valued at 3.7 billion. And the reasons for the differences in the valuations is that CoinMarketCap decided that because BitConnect is a lending platform, they decided that they were going to remove the value of the BitConnect coins that the owners are just holding as part of the lending platform. So either way, still between 1.3 to 3.7 billion. Either way, it's a whole lot of money. So basically, it's basically come out of nowhere or from very humble beginnings, trading now at over 406.55. I originally got some BCC, some BitConnect coin, like a month and a half ago for 266. Its charts are crazy. If you look at the year chart, actually, I'm not. I'm gonna go back to CoinMarketCap because I know their system better. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Here we go. If you check the BitConnect chart, the all-time chart, and I say all-time because it's a young cryptocurrency. It's about a year old. CoinMarketCap only started tracking it looks like in February. Oh, in January of this year. And so it's gone from damn near nothing, from like 16 cents all the way up to 406.55. So even just as a cryptocurrency to hold, it might be worth holding some BCC, because it is a unique feature about BCC is that its cryptocurrency fate is intrinsically aligned with Bitcoin. I'll explain why. First of all, it's controversial because it has, and it's mostly because it's due to its lending program and the MLM style of its marketing. Now, the way it works is that you deposit Bitcoin onto the platform to buy their BitConnect coin, then you lend their BitConnect coin to their Bitcoin trading bot, and we'll discuss in a minute if they actually have a Bitcoin trading bot. And then they will pay you out a daily profit based on the volatility of their Bitcoin trading bot. And to give you an example, they also offer bonuses. So now they don't guarantee, they do not, I repeat, they do not guarantee a daily return. There have been a couple of days out of like maybe, 50 or 55 where I did not earn any interest on my loans. And that's because based off the market volatility, it does not always go up. But what's kind of cool is that based on how much you lend, you get guaranteed bonuses. So for example, on that day where I did not get a interest rate return from the Bitcoin trading bot, I still got my 0.20% bonus on a zero interest day. So what's cool is that it's a little bit of a surprise every day of what you're going to get and how it's going to look like. But just to show you the volatility software interest, the rates have been pretty good generally. Definitely better than anything you'll see in a bank. Over the last 30 days, the rate of interest before your bonuses has been 0.94% a day, which is just freaking phenomenal. Over the last 6 months, about the same. And in the last 7 days, it's actually been a little bit lower, but it might pick up. On my very first day on the platform, I actually got 2.15%, which is so far the highest daily interest rate I've ever seen. Bring it back. And so just to give you an example, so let's say you were to, and mind you, this is just exploring the cryptocurrency. I'm not pitching it or shilling it. I'm just explaining to you how it works, all right? So let's say you put in, the top tier, the $10,010 loan to the Bitcoin trading bot. Now, the way it works, they lock up your funds for, in this case, 120 days. And after that, then they give you your capital back. Now, this is unlike a lot of what are called HIEPs, high yield interest programs, which a lot of people also liken to Ponzi schemes, and we'll get into that in a second. But after 120 days, you get your interest back, or you get your capital back, along with the daily interest you've already been making every day. So, for example, let's say we do the highest level of loan, $10,010. And we base it off of, let's say, off the last 30 days of interest. There it is. Bottom bad. All right, $10,010. There we go. 120 days, which is when we get the capital release back. We calculate it, and so your ROI is a whopping 142.8% on average. Like I said, this isn't guaranteed. It's on average. It includes your 25%, your 0.25% bonus. Your profit with principal is $24,304 in basically 4 months' time. That is pretty baller. And I understand there's a lot of FUD out there about BitConnect, and look, I understand the reasons for it. A lot of people mention BitPetite. A lot of people mention Laser Online. Those two definitely, were scams made off of your money. There are a lot of reasons why, and I actually have a page on what I like to call my Bitcoin investment scam, where I kind of detail, BitConnect a little bit, explain to it, how it works, why I think it's a good short-term investment. Maybe it is a Ponzi. I don't know. I've only been in it for about 2 months, but as far as I can see, they've never missed a payment in my 2 months and in the history of the platform. And it's a lot of fun. Now, what people take issue with, and I do not blame them, is there are a lot of referral queens out there. And for example, Trevon James, very entertaining. He gets a lot of money off referrals. That's his thing. Me, I'd like to let you decide for yourself. But when people come to me with all this Ponzi's talk and they're not in or ever have invested in the BitConnect, platform, I just kind of laugh because you can't come at me with Ponzi. I've been standing on Bitcoin corner since 2013. I've heard every manner of it's a Ponzi, it's a bubble, it's a scam for the last 4.5 years. It doesn't bother me none. It's fine as long as they keep paying me out. I'm gonna keep banking that daily interest. And the best part about it is when when they make it really super easy to reinvest your profits, daily, so you can compound that interest so it gets to be even more. And there are a lot of different strategies out there. There's like a 60-60 where 60 days just reinvest and 60 days start pulling out. There's an 80-40 I've heard. There's all sorts of ways you can really maximize your investment. But I like it because even though some people say it's just might as well just hold Bitcoin and ride that volatility and growth. Here I'm getting an opportunity to compound my interest so that by the time my original loan runs out in about 179 days, and I'm about a third of the way through that, I'll have gained about 500% in returns just through compounding versus just holding Bitcoin. So that's why I like it. Also, and I get my capital back, so I can have even more to invest. Also, the referral system is which I alluded to briefly, is somewhat controversial only because this is the Bitcoin trading bot, or the daily interest chart. Let's see. The referral program is kind of interesting only because they I think it's like 3 levels of referrals. I'm not gonna look it up. Anyways, it's 3 levels of referrals: 5%, 3%, 1%. I personally do not have any referrals yet. If you want to sign up for BitConnect under me, I'd be grateful. I always leave those links in my in my YouTube chat or in my YouTube channel, but I'm not overly pushing it because I understand MLMs make people feel uncomfortable. But another way you can earn money through the program is the staking wallet. The staking wallet, now this shows you the interest. They're basically paying you interest each month just for holding BitConnect coin in one of their wallets. So there's another way you can make some passive income. It's very real. 8% a month, that's real. I don't exactly know how it works as far as like the weights and how often you get paid it, but I do know that they do pay because I've received 2 staking rewards in my staking wallet. And then as you can see, over time, it decreases because they figure, it'll get bigger, it'll be more popular. They can pay people less to hold on to the coin because it'll be worth more. So as you can see, starting next month, it drops down to 7% a month for 6 months, then 5%, then 3%, then 1.4% until they stop. What else? And then the coin has gone from essentially 16 cents to over 400 just this year alone. So once again, just to sum up, I know it's very high. I know it seems a little high risk. The owners are fairly anonymous, although they do throw really great parties, I've heard. If the MLM life isn't for you, I totally understand. But I've been getting paid out daily. I've been making some really good gains. I'm north of 20% in about 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, just through compounding what I've got. So I'm really pleased with the program. And if it's a Ponzi and it goes away, then it's fine. Just like all this stuff, just like any investment, only invest what you can afford to lose, and then you won't worry so much about it. All right. So ICO, did you know? Now, somehow I got it on the wrong list somewhere, or have my Bitcoin on my LinkedIn profile, and now I get every cockamamie ICO pitch that's known to man. So in the interest of entertaining you all, I'm going to share with you this week a new ICO that we can vote on whether we should invest or not. And before I even get to that, let's go back to last week's ICO. Did you know? And that was Virtue Poker. And did a little research between last time we spoke, last time we joined each other. Did a little research, and Virtue Poker seems pretty cool. They opened up their Telegram this week. I'm on their Telegram channel. I was able to ask one of the admins about their policy for letting in U.S. players, U.S. players. I even think like a poker player still, and letting in U.S. investors. And good news for us, they do. That's very exciting, or they will. And it seems like we won't be able to get into it though until about second quarter of 2018. Oh, I'm so impatient. Urgh. Wow. So, wow, that was not the button I wanted to push, but that's entertaining regardless. And while we're here, let's see the results of the poll. Should we invest in Virtue Poker? The result, well, they were just here. There we go. The results were, wow, okay. Well, the result, I saw the results earlier. I don't know why they're not showing up here, whatever. Anyways, results were 80% said yes. So when the ICO is available, we're getting in there, buddy. We are getting in there. All right, so this week's ICO, did you know, is Flip. Now, Flip is already in crowd sale mode, pre-ICO mode, I think, whatever they call it. Yeah, they pre-sale mode. It is a crypto token for gamers from gaming experts. Basically, it's selling digital goods from games on a marketplace. So, for example, if you want to level up in like your My Player experience with all of the achievements you've unlocked and gold coins you've won or earned in NBA 2K, you could sell those gold coins on a marketplace to other gamers trying to get them. I know, sounds a little bit esoteric, but people who love games and love gaming, who actually spend real money on virtual currencies inside games and everything, would go for this. And it's a huge market. It's like, this is like a billion, these are billions and billions of dollars market as far as gaming goes. So Flip is already, they've already 112% of their pre-sale goal has been reached, so they're doing fine. 1 ETH gets you 250 flips, FLPs. And they promise to work hand in hand with gaming companies. The video is nice and short, really does explain what's going on there. Pretty cool. Welcome back. Yes. No, you can't help me with anything. Go away. Can make that go away. Anyways, and it's gotten some key endorsements. It's been featured, in several cool places. And then also of their team, you always want to take a look at the ICO team. Your standard, assortment of Europeans, white dudes, and Asians. But what's interesting is, where is it? Under advisor. Under advisors, they have some heavy hitters from Bullpen Capital, and this guy actually was also a co-founder of Electronic Arts. That's pretty key. If anyone knows the gaming industry, it's someone who co-founded Electronic Arts, aka EA Sports and all the big games you see advertised on TV. So that's really exciting. So they're going to be just fine. A nice, a very well-rounded advisor team. A lot of heavy hitters on here. They're going to be, and they're already selling out their pre-sale. They're going to be fine. So we will put this poll up on Blacks in Bitcoin at Blacks in Bitcoin on Twitter. We'll put up the poll and vote with me. Vote with me to see whether we should invest in this ICO or not. All right, so listener giveaway. Ask a BTC guy. Send me your crypto questions. I'll send you $5 in BTC for the top 3 questions this week. And all you have to do is email me at blacks, with an S, blacksinbitcoin@gmail.com to enter and win. So let me dig up the first question. It is from a Deidre, and she asked me, which of any Bitcoin forked or pending forks currencies look like a good HODL opportunity, or at least a pump and dump? All right. And actually, before I get to her question, I'll answer an earlier question from Andre, and because he asked me, what does HODL mean? And by HODL, I mean HODL. And and HODL, it just kind of grew organically out of the Bitcoin community. Mostly I like Reddit, and that's always a great place to start in gathering like Bitcoin sentiment, is by going to Reddit and seeing what people are talking about. And basically every time early on, especially, Bitcoin would go up, we'd get so excited about, Bitcoin going up that we would tell other people not to sell it, to hold, to HOLD. We get so excited in typing up hold, a lot of times you transpose the D with the L, and so you end up with hodl, and it's kind of cut on. It's basically a typing error that cut on. So hodlers are basically known for people who are holding. We hodl, we hold, because we believe in the future worth and value and security of Bitcoin and its network. And you can apply it to pretty much any other cryptocurrency, but it started originally with Bitcoin. I'm a hodler since 2013. I love it. I mean, I haven't always hodled. I've had to sell some, but you got to pay some bills. But yes, we hodl around here. So, anyways, so that's what. So, and Andre, I'll send you your $5 in Bitcoin. Thanks for the great question. And so now on to Deirdre's question. All right. And so she said, which is the best one Bitcoin forks or currencies that look like a good hodl opportunity, or at least a pump and dump? So I would say that the biggest and most volatile fork of Bitcoin has been Bcash, aka Bitcoin Cash. Roger Ver, the self-proclaimed Bitcoin Jesus, who got in super early and has been trying to manipulate Bitcoin ever since. He hates when we call it Bcash, but Bcash is the biggest and most volatile. I believe it is it number 3 in CoinMarketCap? Yeah, Bitcoin Cash, number 3 in CoinMarketCap at 23 billion. And basically what happened is that when they made a fork in Bitcoin several months ago, basically everyone got the same amount of the same amount, not in dollar value worth, but the same amount in Bitcoin in Bitcoin weight of Bitcoin Cash, and so you had the opportunity to either hold on to it or sell it or whatever. I sold mine. I didn't think anything of Bitcoin Cash. I think I sold mine at around $200 per. Well, guess what? It's now trading at $1,367. So hooray for Bitcoin Cash. But I don't really see much of a use case for it, especially once the Lightning Network comes online, because the reason for the fork into Bitcoin Cash was to make Bitcoin faster and used for instant payments. All right. So basically, so yes, I was pretty convinced it was going to be a shit coin. So I cashed mine out shortly after 200. It's already the third highest in market cap. The swings are wild. Okay, they're wild. So if you have any experience in technical analysis of charts, put it to good use. Get in and get out. Now, as far as altcoins go, I endorse all the ones I'm hodling. I'm talking about your storage, your BAT, your BCC, BitConnect coin. If you're not in the platform, you might just want to go on one of the few exchanges that does trade it and buy some anyways. That sucker's up from 16 cents to $406.16. Waves. I don't really hodl much waves, but I did have to buy some when I was setting up my own token as an experiment. That didn't really pan out. But waves, I believe in waves too, because they make it really dead simple to buy, to set up your own cryptocurrency. And whether it's a vanity coin, a special event coin, or actually you're trying to build a business, I think waves is a really a really strong way to do that. And they've been doing it for a while. They've been out for over a year. So waves was kind of early to the party on that case. People really like Monero. I like Dash better, everything about it, but down to the series of explainers they have with this offbeat white chick named Amanda Johnson, I think. She's really funny. But do what you feel. But I highly advise, although I am not a financial advisor, as a piece of personal advice, whatever coins that you buy into, if you're into hodling them, versus pump and dump, just believe in whatever it is that the coin's trying to accomplish. That's all I'm saying. I believe in what Storage is doing decentralized Dropbox type thing. I believe in what Dash is doing with the privacy coin. I kind of believe in Monero, but I of course really believe in Bitcoin. So that way, that belief can carry you through swings when it gets up really low. It's easy to love something when it's really high. It's easy to love somebody when everything's all nice and easy. It's even harder to love somebody or a coin when things are rough. And I say that from experience because I've watched personally Bitcoin go from $88 to over 1,100 in 2013, back down to 250. 250. in 2015, I mean, it would have been really easy for people to just be like, I'm done with this. This thing is over. Because the threat of it going to zero was very real. And here we are. Top of the world, Ma. 16,000, 17,000, 18,000. What? So thanks, Deidre. Your Bitcoin is on its way. And then also the last question from my boy Jay Devlin, who is going to be on the podcast today, couldn't make it. His question, which I find highly amusing, is, I'm super white. Can I be in Blacks in Bitcoin? And my answer is, of course. As I say on the opening of each podcast and as well as on the site, everybody's welcome in Blacks in Bitcoin, blacksinbitcoin.com. It's just I happen to be black. I happen to be in Bitcoin, so we'll talk about it. I just want to, and I also wanted to have a place where we can have, from an African American point of view, everything that's going on in the cryptocurrency community. Only because, not just because I'm African American, but also because traditionally our community has been underrepresented and left out, or openly and blatantly discriminated against when it's come to financial innovation and financial products. So for a change, we have an opportunity with almost zero barrier to entry to get in on a once in a generation opportunity to create generational wealth. I'll repeat that because I love saying it. We have a rare once in a generation opportunity to create generational wealth through Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and that's why I'm here. Love this shit. Yes. There we go. All right, so for the culture segment, one of our last segments, as people know, my background's in entertainment, so occasionally I will bring up something about entertainment that I'm watching, that I'm digging, that I like, only because I feel like I need to talk to somebody about what I'm watching, because I watch a lot of stuff. It may include Bitcoin sometimes. Like last week, The Big Bang Theory had a big Bitcoin episode. Wasn't as funny as most of its episodes, but it was great seeing Bitcoin posed in a positive light. This week, I pretty much have something that has very little to do with Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. As a matter of fact, you could say it's like the exact opposite of it. And I say that because I finished the limited series Godless. It's a show on Netflix. It's great. Basically it's a limited series Western about a town full of women who've lost their men, all their men, to a mining accident. Why is this on? That's weird. They've lost their men to a mining accident, and so it's a town full of women running shit, and they deal entirely in fiat currency and outside pressures and stuff like that. So that has very little to do with cryptocurrency, but I'd like to recommend it because I really enjoyed it. It's very, I mean, I'm not a Westerns guy either. I mean, Westerns dumb. Westerns are generally dumb, but it has the most excellent damn Western gunfight that I have ever seen. Like seriously, in episode 7 has the best Western gunfight I've ever seen. Very creative, very inventive. You really gotta get into the characters. Only 7 episodes, Netflixers. Only 7 episodes, so very small commitment nonetheless. Okay, and so with my weekly prediction, last week I said BTC would equal 12,000. Well, how stupid was that? We're sitting here at 16 G's. So with the CME opening up future soon, I'll say we'll ride the euphoria some. I mean, I've written in my notes on my rundown 18,000, but even that feels so small. I don't want to say I don't want to say 20K. I'm too scared. I'm too scared. I think we'll get to 20K by Christmas, but it's too early. It's too early for all this. I think there'll be a huge run up and spike in interest in valuation once the Chicago Mercantile Exchange opens up its Bitcoin futures. I think we'll see a lot more volatility of trading, a lot more volume going on. As I saw Max Kaiser say on Twitter this morning, he 100% believes that the run-up that we've had this year alone has been, banks, hedge funds, and institutional investors, buying up inventory so they can try to manipulate the price. Good luck with that. But so my notes say 18,000 because I think that we probably will pass 20,000, maybe 21,000. Then it'll kind of come down to earth, make a little correction, settle in around. I'll say 18,500, damn it. 18,500, I think it's achievable by next time we record this podcast a week from now. So we shall see. All right, so where can you find Blacks in Bitcoin? Start at the site, blacksinbitcoin.com. We also have Twitter at Blacks in Bitcoin, Facebook Blacks in Bitcoin. I think we have an Instagram now, Blacks in Bitcoin. Follow us on Instagram. No Snapchat, none of that. Also subscribe to this podcast at iTunes, Google Music, SoundCloud, YouTube. Thank you, everybody. All 4 subscribers. Honestly, I can't tell you how excited I am by having 4 subscribers. That shit's lit. I appreciate it. I don't even think I have that many subscribers for Cinema Draft, and we've been podcasting for over a year. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Subscribe, tell a friend, because we're going to come here every week and talk about crypto from this black man's perspective. All right. And also, if you're curious about my fancy sports style movies game, let's go to cinemadraft.co. That's cinemadraft.co. While we continue to raise money to complete the site. Also, support the podcast. Easiest way to do that is to give this a 5-star rating on iTunes. Share it with your friends. Share it on social media. The more who know about it, the better and the bigger the giveaways can be. You can also use my referral link to open up an account on Coinbase. With the first $10 you buy or more, you'll get $10 worth of Bitcoin, and it'll kick me $10 worth of Bitcoin. See, love is love, win-win. Links in the show's description, as well as on the YouTube page. And then also you can tip me on my blockchain wallet. You can also, if you're interested in BitConnect, you can also follow my referral code. Doesn't bother me none. And even more, tell all your friends to send me your questions. Once again, we will give away $5 in BTC to the top 3 questions that are emailed to me. Use the headline, Ask a BTC Guy. All right, Ask a BTC Guy, and in the top 3 questions will get $5 in BTC. All right. And as we prepare to get up on out of here, if you love Bitcoin, hodl if you hear me.